Hey there and welcome to another episode of Seenu. Today we're starting things off a little bit differently as we tour some of the builds that we basically constructed together in the live stream that I hosted last weekend. Yes, in case you didn't know, I hosted a live stream. I have to make a quick apology or note because that was I was hoping to just publish it on the channel like any other live stream, but I accidentally played the wrong playlist as a background music, which means that the whole stream got flagged for, content ID, copyright ID, whatever. And not even that. I was just gonna, publish it anyways. I don't really care if I don't monetize that particular live stream, but the problem is that the content ID for that for all the songs that I was accidentally playing, for some reason it was blocked on every single country except Canada. So I left the live stream. I explained on Twitter and Facebook how to run a VPN using Opera. It was a mess, so I decided to take it down. You didn't miss a whole lot. We worked for about 2 hours and we built all the things that you see on these beautiful cinematics. There's a bit of a commercial area as well as the shoreline with all the boats that you just saw. And obviously this area right here by the coast, where I decided to sort of tone down the density of some of these vegetation clusters, and I went for a bit of a lower height brush. You can see here, we have all kinds of different bushes and different plants, just sort of have a bit of a contrast between the thicker jungly biomes that we've been working on lately, and just add a bit more color to the shorelines, like I said. In any case, I have a whole lot of things that I want to talk about besides what I'm going to be building on this episode, which by the way, it took me, the whole recording session for this episode was pretty significant. It's probably the longest recording session I've ever done for Seenu. And so much so that I end up cutting or splitting the footage into 2 episodes. So what you're going to see now is the first stage of this massive marathonic session, and I'm actually kind of in a rush because obviously the video didn't come out on a Saturday morning. Well, at least Saturday morning for me, as usual. I'm sure many of you have noticed that already. I was just running out of time in general, doing a few other things, getting prepared for this trip that I mentioned I was going to take in June. In fact, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, and one of the reasons why I also split this into 2 parts is because I want to have some videos coming out when I be away. In fact, I have a few others that are scheduled too, so stay tuned for that. There's going to be another on the road episode, and if I have time, there's going to be some just 100% cinematics of Seenu, as well as hopefully a few surprises. But so far, time is not on my side. I really hope I can make it, but just pay attention to your subscriber feed box thing. There might be some surprises there. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so let me first talk about what I'm going to be working on this episode. As I'm sure you can guess from the title and the thumbnail, I'm finally putting down the first gas station here in Seenu. And this is a model that King Leno sort of made for this series, which I'm super grateful for. He posted this asset like a month ago, I think. And I'm finally using it, so I really couldn't be happier. Thank you so much, King Leno. It looks amazing, and in fact, there's another one that he made for Seenu, which I was kind of hoping to use it in this episode, but I'm gonna leave it for a future video because I just didn't have time to include it. On top of that, those 2 little fuel trucks that you see on the side of the gas stations were made by that Evan, also specifically for this series. He's also the same asset creator who made those bollards in the back. You've seen them all over. Well, I keep rotating the camera to the wrong side, but you know what I mean. So what I'm trying to do here, by the way, is just a quick parenthesis. We're gonna have 2 of these gas stations in Seenu. This one right here, and there's gonna be another one in on another island. Doesn't matter. We're gonna get to that eventually. But the point of this gas station is not only to serve, the cars coming in and motorcycles and things like that, but also provide fuel for boats. That's why the back of this gas station has a bit of a dock place thing that you can tie your boat there, put some fuel on your tank, and you can be on your way in just in no time. I struggle a little bit with the heights here, to be honest. I decided to do that lower platform there using the ploppable asphalt mod, which is great for these kinds of things. And what I'm working on right here, by the way, is just a little fence for the reserve tanks. That's pretty common in gas stations. And I'm guessing a gas station that also serves boats will require a different type of fuel than the cars and motorcycles coming in. Actually, I think boats just use diesel, if I'm not mistaken. In any case, I'm not gonna guess that at this point. Like I said, there's a lot to talk about. In fact, I'm kind of rushing the recording of this voiceover. I do apologize for that. If I tend to cut all these pretty much every time I record a regular episode, but I'm so pressed for time that I'm just gonna leave some mumble in there. This whole thing that I just said, for example, I would have cut that out of the video. In any case, one of the important things that happened just a few days ago, probably if you're watching this video right after it came out, this happened literally less than 48 hours ago. Yes. Which is that I released another video on my second channel, on Strictos Trudos, my Spanish channel, where I built a ski center using snowfall and mass transit. In case you missed it, of course the video's in Spanish, and it doesn't at this point in time it doesn't have any subtitles. Eventually, I'm sure it will, but if you missed it on my main channel, and I'm gonna include the link in the description on this video as well, you can watch 4-minute cinematics of this whole thing, and in the description of that video there's a link to screenshots if you want to see things in detail. So I highly recommend you check that out. I think it came out fantastic. Couldn't be happier with how it looks, even though snowfall is actually pretty limiting. It just basically makes everything black and white, so you have very little color, and it just adds a ton of snow on the rooftop of buildings. So there's a lot of detail that's just gone. Everything is like pretty much white. But I highly encourage you to go check out that video. I think you're gonna really like it. And one thing that I also wanted to talk about is the merch store. First of all, I want to thank everyone who left their input in the previous episode. Your feedback was actually really, really helpful, and I already started designing, like I said, a few elements of swag. To be honest, I tried so many different stores for merch, and even like design shirts and products in each one of them. For the most part, they're terrible. They're really, really bad. I think I narrowed it down to one that I'm like thinking I think it will work fine. The quality should be okay. But since I'm gonna be gone for 2.5 weeks, more or less, that's the whole period that I'm gonna be out. I was thinking that before I start or open the store, I do want to purchase some of these products myself, just to see what the quality is, because I really don't want to start selling like terrible t-shirts and things like that. I really want things to look great and to have like a decent quality. So since I'm gonna be gone for too long, I just can't place an order right now, because it will arrive when I'm out of town. So what that means is that I'll probably set all that up upon my return, and hopefully we can, make the store public or open to the public by the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna be probably tweeting screenshots of the designs and things before before things actually happen. So stay tuned for that. And of course, you should follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/strictoster. What a shameless self-promotion, man. In any case, let's see what else is on my list here. Okay, so one thing that's coming actually in just a couple of minutes in the cinematics. So this is part of me rushing this video out. I built a lot of things during my recording session. In fact, the only thing I'm rushing is the editing of the video. The actual build process was like, I did not rush that at all. That's why I'm late, actually, when it comes to the schedule. I was so pressed for time, like I said before. I almost sound like a broken record at this point, but that I couldn't record the cinematics for just this episode. Or let me put it in different words. So the last save game that I have that includes all the footage or all the build process that is going to be shown in the next video. I opened the last save game basically when I recorded the cinematics, which means that if you pay attention to like sort of the edges of some of these clips, for the most part you won't be able to see anything, but there's some like little teasers of the next episode and the cinematics of this one. I just couldn't hide them all that much. I did my best to hide everything, but I just couldn't. So yeah, I decided to leave them there anyways and even tell you this so you can look forward to what we're going to be building in the next episode, which I'm thinking is episode 13. I think so. In any case, let's briefly talk about what I'm doing on the screen right now. So this little building is a restaurant. It's a Chinese restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. I recently got it from the Steam Workshop, and I sort of decided to isolate it from the rest of the the building. So this whole area, in fact, this big field, this empty field, it actually exists in the real life Seenu. I was able to get some photos from Street View, not Street View, but the Google Images thing that's integrated. I think it was called Panorama a while ago. You know what I mean? The reference photos. That's what I meant. And I was able to get some like really interesting angles to base some of these details that I'm working on right now. I also decided to pay a little bit more attention to the detailing of the neighborhoods, because I wasn't very happy with the quality of some of the streets that we've been making. So this is going to be more evident in the next episode, because I'm going to be doing quite a bit of detailing, like especially on the street level. It came out great, and I'm hoping to replicate that same design all over the place. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm probably going to talk about that in the next episode. So that will be a future Strictoster problem, not mine right now. Yes. And in any case, this whole area by the main road, the link road, was pretty rough. So I decided to spend some time and add a few little details here. Now that I'm looking at this, I realize that I didn't get a cinematic of this. Man, I will try to get that a nice detailed cinematic of this whole area in the next episode. I promise you that. And of course, another thing that will sort of be the main area, or the main part of this area. Man, this is how bad my recording is when I just do one take, in case you were wondering. This is a mostly uncut version of my voiceover. It usually takes about 5 to no more than that, like 7 different clips that I keep cutting, and multiple tries in many cases, not just like it's like 7 times and I'm done. In this case, I narrowed it down to, this is the 4th clip, by the way. So I messed it up so bad that I had to edit it anyways, but now I'm rambling about the way I edit videos, and it's probably less interesting than what I'm doing on the screen, which is another commercial area that's somewhat mixed with housing, with some residential. I'm really all over the place, man, today. Wow. It's also, by the way, it's like almost midnight. I haven't had dinner yet, so that's... I'm really, really, really pushing this forward as fast as I can. This has, I mean, the rendering times are like 5 hours plus another 2 for upload and a couple more for processing on the YouTube side. Man, yeah, I have a bit of a long night ahead of myself. I mean, I'm definitely not going to stay awake. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? What am I talking about? This is crazy. All right. So one thing that is interesting that's worth pointing out. I don't know if you guys are laughing at all this, but and I keep changing subjects all the time. Come on, man. Focus. All right. I'll take a deep breath. One thing that's worth noting is that I was, one thing that was bothering me for quite some time was the shade of the asphalt. And I decided to change it to make it a little bit lighter. So as you can see, and we're still using the European theme, which I am not a huge fan of. I actually like it a lot. What I'm not a fan of is the mod. Roads United it's pretty bad. It's pretty laggy and buggy, and every time I start the map, I have to like reset everything because it doesn't, it doesn't work very well. I mean, don't get me wrong, the idea is great, and the fact that you can have like amazing skins on your roads, it's great, but it's definitely a lot of work especially because I come in and out of the game pretty often. The point is that I'm hoping that roads color changer, I think it's the mod by TBP or TPB. Let me actually check that real quick on my second monitor here. But the point is that I think he's working on a feature that doesn't exist at the moment that will potentially get rid of the the zebra crossings for pedestrians, which don't look great. And it was actually TPB. Wow, he released something else on the workshop. I'm looking at. I'm so distracted right now. If he is able to enable that option that gets rid of road crossings, I think I'm gonna ditch Roads United for good and just simply use the roads color changer. And in fact, he was telling me that there's a way of removing even the road markings in general. So, I mean, we'll have to manually add all the road markings, like the dash lines and everything, which could be quite a bit of work. Quite a bit of progress, quite a bit of work, but it could yield some very, very interesting results if I do say so myself. We'll see. I really hope that we can find a better solution, kind of like a middle point between Roads United and Roads Color Changer, with like everything set to nothing, just resetting every single feature. But we'll see. Wait, did it change? Oh, okay. So yeah, the mod is. I'm literally looking at my screen right now. So the mod is no longer Roads Color Changer. It was renamed to Roads Options, and apparently now you can change the color of the roads. You can. Well, of course you can't do that. You can remove the markings on highways. You can remove the markings and crosswalks on the vanilla small roads, on the medium roads, and you can remove globally all the arrows. Man, this is great. I really should have tried this. I guess I'll try this next month, late June or early July. But wow, this is really interesting. You should check this out, guys. I'm gonna include the link in the description to Road Options by TPB. I think you're gonna really like it. Okay, so we're almost done here, by the way. We're approaching the end of the time lapse, even though I was just all over the place on this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think I did make a similar remark a couple episodes ago about me not being 100% talking about what I'm doing on the screen and just rambling about random things, and many of you said that you were okay with that. So obviously I'm not trying to do that for every single episode, but I'm sure you can understand the difficulty of getting this video out in time, which I'm hoping to do. But as the music plays in the background, It's obviously time to put an end to this episode. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving this video a like. That's very much appreciated. And also, if you're new to your channel, I want to encourage you to go click the subscribe button if you haven't already. In the description, you're going to find the links to everything that I rambled about in this episode, as well as, and I can't stress this enough, you should totally go watch the ski center video that I made. I think it's going to blow you away. But that's all that I have to say for now. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.